I have been delaying this moment, waiting to make the video a little bit later today, just to see if BTCUSD was going to break out or move or do something, you know, so that I had something new to say this week, but it's not happening yet. So yeah, I'll give you my thoughts and my conclusions at the end of the video as usual, but for now let's just quickly run through the time frames as usual. So here I have the monthly candles, and as I have been saying for several weeks now, the price is finding support at the 20-month moving average. However, we haven't seen the start of the bounce yet. So to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we bounce here, even if it's a little bit, because the 20-month moving average is a very strong, very strong moving average. For the longer term, I'm still waiting and expecting capitulation, but for the shorter, you know, the shorter term, I wouldn't be surprised if we bounce here a little bit before capitulation. But yeah, nothing clear yet. We're gonna have to wait for more signs. You know, see the start of a bounce here, see you know, a green candle, at least trading above the high of the previous candle. On the weekly time frame, we can see this big, huge, bearish triangle that everybody's been observing for a very long time now, and we are getting to the end of it. Actually, this very last weekly candle, it's actually outside my line. This is how I draw the line from this high to this high and extended. This is my line, and right now the current weekly candle is trading outside the triangle already. However, if this goes down to support again, you know, we would still be inside the triangle, and on a weekly basis for the weekly candles charts, we could technically still have 2 weeks, so not the next week but the one after. That would be at the very end of the triangle. If the price is near support, we would still be inside the triangle. That's what I mean. So for now it's waiting time, but this could also you know, start popping in the upside anytime now. And if this current weekly candle closes outside the triangle and actually, you know, quite higher from this resistance line of the triangle, then if we have significant volume, that could be a breakout happening. But for now, you know, we have to wait for a little bit more. On the daily, we can see, I mean, if there's been a week with low volatility in crypto or in Bitcoin, I think this is the week. The price is exactly at the same level that it was last week. On my last video on Wednesday, the price has just gone sideways completely. And as I had my last week, I had this line here, which represents the level where the 20-month moving average is right now, and here the 20-week moving average. So this is the range where the price is been tightening for quite some time. As I have been saying, the 20-month moving average is uptrending and the 20-week moving average is downtrending. So every week I have to, you know, lower the 20-week moving average line and raise the 20-month moving average line, and every time it's more tight here. So the price is tightening in between this range. Ideally, we would want to see the price breaking either down the 20-month moving average or above the 20-week moving average, you know, to call a breakout when it comes to larger time frames. On the 4 hours, we can see the price went outside the line for a second, but it closed below the line again. So we're still trapped here in this giant bearish triangle. We're still trapped inside it because, you know, candles don't close above it, and we don't have any significant volume. Now the RSI is overbought in this time frame, so it'll probably retrace again a little bit, just enough for the RSI to come back down and then maybe up again. So maybe still a few hours trapped here. But yeah, overall we're getting very, very close from the end of this triangle and possible breakout. And on the hourly, we can see, I was actually observing this when it was happening. That's why I didn't make the video this morning, because I was waiting to see if this was going to actually develop into a breakout or not, but it didn't. I was waiting for more volume to show here, but we didn't see that volume or that follow through. So yeah, it was not really a breakout. We are still tightening inside, you know, within this range. So guys, not a lot more to say. I mean, it's just basically a repeat from my last week's analysis. And my thoughts about this situation is that I think we are getting closer and closer from the breakout. I mean, it's very difficult to, you know, to guess the exact moment when it's going to break out. But I have been observing during this week, I've seen at least 3 people, there's probably more, but at least I've seen at least 3 people between Twitter and YouTube, you know, people with decent following, now expecting this sideways movement with low volatility to last for at least 1 month more or longer. So what I was seeing before, you know, months prior being at the end of the triangle, like months ago, weeks ago, everybody was expecting a breakout. This thing is going to break out, this thing is tightening, this is going to break anytime. And now the longer we go sideways, people stops expecting a breakout and starts expecting more sideways movement. This is because this is what markets do to people usually. People get used to the market. When price goes up for so long, people think it's going to continue to go up forever. Then when prices go down for so long, people get used to it and think that it will continue forever. And when markets go sideways for so long, people get used to it and start to think that it will continue to go sideways forever. So now I'm starting to see more and more people calling for a sideways market for the next, you know, month or several months. So now is when I'm starting to think we're really, really close from a breakout, you know, and from a potential fast vertical move. Which direction is a little bit 50-50, to be honest. So you need to have your risk management in place. As I have been saying, if you think it's going to break in the upside, then have a go long and have a stop loss. And if you think it's going to break in the downside, then have your shorts, but you know, use a stop loss. For me, I'm in the shorter term, I'm 50-50, because I think the 20-month moving average could very well bounce the price in the upside. But for the longer term, I'm still expecting lower lows, simply because I haven't seen capitulation, and capitulation is something that it's extremely common at the end of bear markets. And so, you know, that's what I'm missing here. I'm missing capitulation and, you know, lower lows, at least 5,000 for BTC, maybe 3,000. Maybe this will never happen, and, you know, I'm gonna have to take the analysis day by day. But for now, I'm still expecting capitulation and lower prices at some point. However, for this specific breakout, who knows? Maybe it'll break in the upside. I'm 50-50 in that regard. But yeah, as I said, I mean, I've seen 3 people calling for a sideways market for a long time. 3 people is not a lot. It's not like, you know, majority of people expect sideways market, and, you know, and that's why it's going to break anytime now. No, you know, it could go longer, it could go sideways for longer, but this is something important that you can, you know, pay attention to. As you see more and more people expecting the trend to continue, in this case sideways, then you know we are getting closer and closer from a break. So yeah, I hope it makes sense what I'm trying to explain here, guys. So basically that's all for this video, guys. We're gonna have to wait hopefully for my next week's video on YouTube on Wednesday. these would have broke out already, and I'm gonna have something new to show. And if not, well, we're gonna have to continue to work on our patience. So that's all, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.